1994 edition has a story worth telling, from the changing metal compositions to its design legacy, and how it fits into the wider tapestry of the UK's numismatic heritage. In 1971, the United Kingdom transitioned from pounds, shillings and pence to the decimal currency system, simplifying money into 100 pence equals £1. The 2 pence to p coin was introduced during this change and quickly became a staple in the pockets and purses of the British public. By 1994, the 2p coin had been in use for over 2 decades, with Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the traditional badge of the Prince of Wales on the reverse. The 1994 2p features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklouf. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the George IV State Diadem, and was used from 1985 to 1997. Her likeness is dignified, more mature, and sculpturally richer than earlier designs. Inscription around the Queen's profile: Elizabeth II D.G.REG.F.D 1994, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This classic reverse design was in use from 1971 to 2008. It features 3 ostrich feathers within, a coronet, a ribbon bearing the German motto, "Ich dear and I serve." The words "to pence" appear beneath the emblem. Designer, Christopher Ironside. By 1994, the coin's metal content had already changed, an important fact for collectors. Pre-1992, coins were made of bronze, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, 0.5% tin. 1992 present, made of copper-plated steel to reduce minting costs. So, the 1994 coin is copper-plated steel. You can test this with a magnet steel coin stick. Bronze ones don't. Try it. If your 1994 2p coin sticks to a magnet, it's copper-plated steel. All 1994 2p coins were minted at the Royal Mint in Lanchprison, South Wales. The Royal Mint has been the primary minting facility for the UK since 1968 and continues to serve this role today. In 1994, the Royal Mint struck 417,821,000 2p coins for circulation. That's a very high mintage, which makes it common in circulation. Because of this high number, the 1994 2p coin is not rare or especially valuable in circulated condition. In addition to circulation coins, a limited number were made for collectors' higher quality strikes, sold in annual sets, smooth, lustrous finish, not released into everyday use. Highest quality with mirror-like fields, made for collectors and included in 1994 Royal Mint proof sets. Value range as of 2025. Condition: estimated value GBP circulated to pence face value. BU £1 pound to proof, £3 £5 more in original set. Unlike 1983 with its new pence era, 1994 does not have known major errors or mintage anomalies. However, it's worth checking for minting errors: off-center strikes, die cracks, misaligned dies, die rotation where the reverse and obverse are not aligned properly, blank planchettes, unstruck metal discs. While extremely rare, such errors can increase value dramatically if authenticated by professional grading services like NGC or PCGS. Though the standard 2p was for the UK mainland, Queen Elizabeth II coins also appeared in UK territories in 1994, including Isle of Man, Gibraltar, Jersey, Guernsey, Falkland Islands. These coins often share a similar obverse portrait but have unique reverse designs, often featuring wildlife, ships, local coats of arms. Some of these 1994 coins are far more collectible than the standard UK issue, proof or BU quality mirror finish. Sharp details: no wear or scratches stored in a set or capsule. Unusual errors: double striking, rotation, territorial variants, non-standard reverse. Check if it came in an original Royal Mint set. This increases authenticity and collector value. Coin condition affects value greatly. Grey description: value circulated, worn from daily use to pence, extremely fine EF light wear. Crisp details: £0.100, £20 uncirculated, UNC nowhere. Light contact marks: 50 pence, £1 brilliant uncirculated, BU factory condition, £1 to proof, museum quality. Strike: £3 £5. Store coins in acid-free holders, capsules, or albums to prevent corrosion, especially for copper-plated steel coins, which are prone to rust. The 1994 Elizabeth II 2p coin might not be the crown jewel of British numismatics, but it's an important piece in the broader story of the UK's coinage. While it's common in circulation, it's uncirculated in proof versions, as well as error varieties or overseas territorial issues, are worth collecting. It also represents the final decade of the classic reverse design, before the Royal Shield. Design came in 2008, making it historically significant. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning, the 1994 2p coin offers a perfect entry point into the fascinating world of British coinage. The 1992 pence coin issued under Queen Elizabeth II, often overlooked in day-to-day change, the 2p coin from this year holds a unique position in the broader tapestry of UK decimal coinage, combining classic design, a major metal transition, and lasting historical presence. Let's uncover the full story of the UK switch to a decimal currency system on the 15th of February 1971. The 2p coin was introduced as part of this modernization, replacing the need for multiple smaller denominations under the pre-decimal system. By 1990, the 2p had already been in circulation for 19 years, and while not rare in daily use, the 1990 coin sits at an interesting crossroads of composition and design continuity. It features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklouf, in use from 1985 to 1997. The Queen wears the George IV State Diadem, with detailed hair and mature facial features. Inscription reads, Elizabeth II D.G.REG.F.D 1990 translation. Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. A familiar version. Design used from 1971 to 2008 features the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet ribbon bearing the motto Ich diene, I serve in German, reverse designed by Christopher Ironside, the original decimal coin designer. The 1992 p coin is part of the last years where the bronze alloy was still in use. Composition: bronze, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, 0.5% tin. This is significant because in 1992, the Royal Mint transitioned to copper-plated steel due to rising copper prices. So the 1992 p is bronze and non-magnetic. Try a magnet test. If it doesn't stick, it's genuine bronze. Collectors often prefer these older bronze versions for their richness in color, weight, and history. All 1992 p coins were minted at the Royal Mint in Lantrys, Wales. This mint has produced every standard UK coin since 1968. There are no known mint marks on regular UK 2p coins from 1990, as the Royal Mint doesn't typically include them for domestic circulation. In 1990, the Royal Mint produced 203,490,000 2p coins for general circulation. This is a moderate to high mintage, meaning the 1992 p is not rare in circulated condition. Boo coins were sold in Royal Mint annual sets. Proof coins were included in the 1990 UK proof sets, featuring superior strikes and mirror-like finishes. Type condition value, GBP circulated common to pence face value B from mint sets £1, £2 proof mirror finish £3, £6 graded. Proof PF 6970, it's rare £15, £25 plus. There are no widely known official errors for the 1992 p coin, but collectors still hunt for off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks or cuts, planchette flaws. Die rotation errors, obverse reverse misalignment error. Coins from this year may sell for £10 to £100 plus, depending on rarity and visual impact, but professional grading and authentication are essential. In addition to the UK standard 2p, British overseas territories and crown dependencies issued their own 2p coins in 1990, also bearing Queen Elizabeth II's likeness. Isle of Man often features Viking ships or Celtic designs. Gibraltar, usually military or colonial themes. Jersey and Guernsey, famous for local wildlife or architecture. These coins are of similar size and metal are not legal tender in the UK mainland, often have low mintages and higher collector interest. A 1990 Falklands or Isle of Man 2p coin can be worth £2 to £10, depending on condition and demand. Grey description example: value poor fair heavily worn, face value fine F moderate wear £0.05 extremely fine EFX F light wear 20 pence uncirculated UNC no wear minor marks 50 pence £1 brilliant uncirculated boo mint set quality £1 to proof mirror fields sharp relief £3 £6 storage tips store in acid-free flips or capsules. Avoid humidity. Bronze can develop verdigris, green corrosion. Use gloves when handling boo-proof coins. While the 1992 p coin isn't rare, it still holds collector value under these conditions. From original proof or boo sets, full luster with no marks, paired with other coins in a 1990 Royal Mint annual set error coins with verified minting mistakes. Many collectors build date runs, collecting a coin from every year, and the 1990 version is essential to complete the 1971 to 2022 Queen Elizabeth II 2p sequence. The market for base metal coins like the 2p remains modest, unless a coin is rare, air-marked, high-grade proof. Older bronze 2p coins pre unovi novi dois are increasingly preferred by collectors over copper-plated steel. Complete date sets 1971 to 2022 in UNC or boo condition can sell for £75, £150. The 1990 UK Elizabeth II 2p coin is a quiet but enduring symbol of Britain's modern coinage era. Though not rare, it holds historic value as part of the Bronze Era coinage and features classic design work from the golden age of Decimalisation. It offers affordable entry for new collectors and meaningful continuity for veterans seeking to preserve the rich legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's coinage. So next time you come across a 1992 p coin, don't toss it aside. Check its condition, origin, and maybe, just maybe, you'll discover more than just 2 pennies worth. The last step, 1997 2 pence coin, issued under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. though it may appear ordinary at first glance. The 1997 II P coin carries historical, numismatic, and even artistic importance, marking the final appearance of a beloved royal portrait before a major design transition. Let's journey through the coin's history, design, minting, rarity, value, and collectability. In 1971, the United Kingdom adopted a decimal currency system, replacing the centuries-old SD pounds, shillings, and pence system. The 2 pence coin was introduced on the 15th of February 1971 decimal day as part of this transformation. It was designed to simplify calculations and bring the UK in line with global monetary systems. By 1997, the 2 P coin had already been circulating for 26 years, becoming an everyday part of British currency. But 1997 would mark an important final chapter in one era of its visual history. The 1997 II P coin features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Maklouf. This portrait was introduced in 1985 and remained in use until 1997, making this the final year of this effigy on the 2 P denomination. The Queen is shown wearing the George IV State Diadem, with regal poise and a mature expression. Obverse inscription, Elizabeth II D.G.REG.F.D 1997, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith, designed by Christopher Ironside, the original designer of the decimal coin series. Depicts the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, a ribbon below, bearing the motto, Ich dir und ich serve in German. This reverse design was used from 1971 to 2008 before the Royal Shield design replaced it. Reverse inscription, II Pence. The 1997 II P coin was struck using copper-plated steel, not bronze, in 1992. The Royal Mint transitioned from bronze 97% copper to copper-plated steel due to rising metal costs. This change made coins magnetic, a useful way to distinguish between pre-1992 and post-1992 coins. Magnet test tip. The 1997 II P coin is magnetic. If it sticks to a magnet, it's copper-plated steel. All standard 1997 II P coins were minted at the Royal Mint in Lanchbres in South Wales. The Royal Mint is the UK's official coin producer, and also manufactures coinage for over 50 other countries. There are no mint marks on 1997 standard UK coins, as the Royal Mint doesn't typically include them for circulation issues. In 1997, the Royal Mint produced 103,076,000 II P coins for general circulation. This is a moderate mintage, making it relatively common in everyday change. The Royal Mint also produced higher quality strikes, sold in Royal Mint annual sets, no contact marks. Better finish made for collectors with mirror-polished dies sold. In 1997 UK proof sets, silver or standard versions, coin type, condition value GBP, 1 II Pence face value, brilliant uncirculating condition, £1 pound to proof, mirror-like surfaces, £3 pound 6 high grade proof, PF 69/70 graded by NGC or PCGS, £10 points plus. There are no major known rare variants of the 1997 II P coin, unlike the famous 1983 new pence era. However, always check for off-center strikes, double strikes, misaligned dies, blank planchettes, die cracks or cuts. These errors are uncommon, but if you find a genuine one, it could be worth £10 to £100 plus, depending on severity and eye appeal. Besides the UK, the following British territories also issued II P coins in 1997, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, Isle of Man, Gibraltar, Jersey, Guernsey, Falkland Islands. These coins often feature local wildlife, historic landmarks, military themes, value potential. Some 1997 territorial coins are lower mintage and sought after by collectors. Their values range from £2 to £15, especially in UNC or proof condition. Coin condition determines collector value. Here's a quick grading guide. Grade description: value poor, heavily worn, face value fine, moderate, where £0.05, extremely fine, EF minor, where £0.20. Uncirculated UNC, nowhere. Bag marks possible, 50 pence, £1, brilliant. Uncirculated Boo Mint set quality, £1 £2 proof shop. Mirror finish, £3 £6. Use acid-free coin flips or capsules. Avoid handling coins with bare hands, keep in dry, stable environments. Here's what makes the 1997 II P coin particularly appealing. It's the last year of the Raphael Maklouf Obverse portrait, marking the end of a 13-year portrait series. It's one of the final copper-plated steel coins to feature the classic Prince of Wales reverse, which would soon be replaced by the Royal Shield design 2008. Easily available in boo-proof sets for beginning collectors. Collectors who aim to build complete year sets of Queen Elizabeth II's decimal coinage will definitely need the 1997 II P. The market for circulated 1997 II P coins remains flat. They are still found in loose change. However, boo and proof coins from this year are gradually becoming more collectible due to their age. The ending of the Maklouf portrait series. Overall demand for 1990s era mint sets tip. Buying or selling 1997 boo II P coins individually or as part of a full 1997 Royal Mint annual set is often the best value approach. The 1997 UK 2p coin may not be the rarest, but it sits at a meaningful transition point in British coinage history. It marks the end of the Maklouf effigy, continues the Prince of Wales badge design, is minted in the now historic copper-plated steel alloy, has collectible boo and proof versions worth preserving for historians. It's a link to the modern British monarchy. For collectors, it's a foundational piece. And for the everyday holder, it's a coin with value far beyond just 2 pence.
The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar marked a historic turning point in American currency. From a shift in silver content to its long-term role in coin collecting, the 1971 edition is the start of a new era. Today we'll explore everything about this iconic coin, from its origins to its rarest varieties and most valuable errors. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, shortly after his assassination, but by 1971, a major change occurred, one that would shape the coin's future forever. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar was the first in the series to be struck in copper-nickel clad, completely eliminating silver from circulation coins. From 1965 to 1970, coins contained 40% silver. The U.S. Mint responded to rising silver prices by switching to copper-nickel clad composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This marked the beginning of a fully base metal coinage era for the half-dollar, while silver gave way to affordability. This change also separated the Kennedy half-dollar's past from its future, and collectors quickly took notice. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar was produced in 3 U.S. mints. Philadelphia no mint mark, over 155 million struck. No mint mark appears on the Obverse Denver D mint mark. Over 302 million struck D mint mark below Kennedy's neck on the Obverse San Francisco S mint mark proof coins, only for collectors. Over 3,000,1971 S proofs produced mint mark location. On 1971 coins, the mint mark is located on the obverse, just below Kennedy's neck truncation, and above the date. Feature 11.34 grams diameter, 30.6 imagery to Obverse designer Gilroy Roberts portrait of JFK reverse. Designer Frank Gasparro, presidential seal by 1971. Public demand for half-dollars in commerce had declined. Though produced in high numbers, the coin circulated less widely than its predecessors, found mainly in bankrolls, casino tokens, and collector albums. Many were hoarded due to lingering interest in Kennedy memorabilia, face value for heavily circulated coins today. Mint state coins, MS60, MS67, are common, but higher grades are rare. Mint sets released by the U.S. Mint contained brilliant uncirculated coins. A few MS67 plus examples exist, and command strong premiums, though millions were struck. Certain 1971 Kennedy half-dollars stand out for their rarity and value, especially when errors or special finishes are involved. 1971D struck on 40% silver planchette error. Not supposed to exist. Silver planchettes from 1970 were accidentally used in Denver, weighs 11.5 grams, instead of 11.34 grams standard clad value. $3,000 to $10,000 plus, depending on grade only. Few dozen confirmed examples exist. Tip: use a precise scale or specific gravity test to check if your 1971D might be silver. Struck in San Francisco for collectors only. Mirror-like fields with frosted devices equals deep cameo graded PR69 DCAM or PR70 DCAM. These can fetch $100, $300 plus 1971 doubled die obverse or reverse. Rare doubled varieties exist, but are difficult to spot. Look for doubling in the inscriptions. In God We Trust Liberty, United States of America value depends on severity and grade. $100, $500 plus. Most 1971D coins are poorly struck or bagmarked, a true gem. Example with sharp details and few marks is rare PCGS MS67 coins can sell for $500 to $1,500 plus proof. VGX-F cents, $0. 50 North AAU, 581.21 2N, AMS, 634.65 $810 20 Ms, $65 15 $2,520 $4,030 $60. DCAMMS 67 rare, $400, $1,000 plus NAPR 69 DCAMN, and $100 Australian dollars, $250 silver. Aaron, $3,000 Australian dollars, $10,000 plus NA. If you're collecting 1971 Kennedy half-dollars, here are some smart strategies. Weigh your coins. Silver planchette errors are slightly heavier. Inspect for DDO. DDR, use a 10x magnifier to check for doubling. Seek deep cameo proofs. San Francisco proofs with strong contrast are valuable. Buy graded coins. Certified coins from PCGS or NGC offer authentication and value assurance. Store carefully. Use airtight holders or albums to prevent tarnish and wear. Buy. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar may mark the end of silver in circulation. But it also begins a new chapter, one filled with hidden gems, valuable errors, and a rich story of American history. Whether found in a forgotten roll or shining in a slab, these coins continue to captivate collectors around the world. The Kennedy half-dollar remains one of the most iconic coins in American history, symbolizing hope, tragedy, and national pride. In this episode, we explore the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that seems ordinary, but hides valuable varieties, mint heirs, and unique stories. Let's dive into the coin's history, geography, mint marks, composition, and uncover the rarest and most expensive 1974 half-dollars. By 1974, the Kennedy half-dollar had been in circulation for a decade. Silver had been removed from circulation, coins, starting in 1971, but the half-dollar still carried emotional weight as a tribute to JFK. 1974 was a copper-nickel-clad year, no silver in standard coins the U.S. Mint produced. Kennedy halves primarily for circulation. Although proofs and uncirculated mint sets were also released, the public continued to hoard half-dollars. So, actual circulation was limited. The bicentennial design was already in preparation for 1975-76, making 1974 the last year of the regular reverse before the special commemorative series featured ATL's designer Gilroy-Roberts, JFK portrait designer Rev. Frank Gasparro, presidential seal, composition 75%, copper 25%, nickel over pure copper, core weight 11.34 grams diameter, 30.6 Amedge mint marks D. Denver, S. San Francisco, none Philadelphia, over 201 million struck found without any mint mark, Denver D, mint mark over 79 million struck D, appears below Kennedy's neck, San Francisco S mint mark, only proof coins for collectors over 2.6 million, made sold in 1974 proof sets widespread mintage meant most 1974, coins entered circulation still common in circulation today, but usually worn value, 50 cents to $1, unless rare or an error. Found in original mint sets or preserved rolls, MS-65 or higher grades are hard to find. Especially from Denver proofs from San Francisco were never meant to circulate struck with mirrored fields and frosted devices. Some proofs have deep cameo decam. Designation, highly collectible best condition graded PR69 DCAM or PR70 DCAM. Millions of 1974 Kennedy half-dollars were minted, but a few have become hidden treasures worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. Let's explore the rarest and most valuable, the most famous and valuable 1974 Kennedy era strong doubling on. In God We Trust, Liberty, possibly. Kennedy's eye or profile, use a 10x loop or microscope, look closely at trust. For doubling on the S&T MS, 60 MS63, $100, $250. MS65, $400, $100 plus top condition MS66 plus, $1,500 fact. PCGS calls this variety FS101, and only a few hundred are known to exist in higher grades. Proof coins with highly frosted devices and deep mirrored fields, PR69 DCAM, is common but valuable. PR70 DCAM is rare and top-graded value. PR69 DCAM, $20, $40, PR70 DCAM, $100, $300 most 1974. Half-dollars have bag marks or weak strikes. MS67 examples, especially from Denver, are extremely rare, graded by PCGS or NGC value. MS65, $10, $30, MS66, $50, $150, MS67, $300, $1,000, very low population, rare mint errors, add value. Off-center coins with readable dates are desirable depending on percentage. Off-center and condition, $50, $300 plus variety, grade value estimated circulated 1974 P or D. 50 cents $1 Ms, $63 5 $10 MS, $6,520 40 Ms, 67 P or D $300, $1,000 plus, 1974 S, proof PR69 DCAM $30, Thixo 1974 S, proof PR70 DCAM $150, $300 plus 1974 D, doubled die Obverse $100, $1,500 plus depending on grade off-center mint. Error $50, $300 plus. How can you build a valuable 1974 Kennedy half-dollar collection? Here's what to look for. Check mint marks. 1974D has the famous DDO. Learn its diagnostics. Search proof sets. 1974 S proof coins with deep cameo contrast are valuable. Grade matters. Invest in MS66 plus or PR70 coins if possible. Use tools. 10x, magnifier, coin scale, and grading guides are essential. Certify rare finds. Send suspected errors to PCGS or NGC for authentication. At first glance, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar might seem like just another coin, but behind its modest face value lies a treasure trove of history, errors, rare finishes, and opportunities for collectors. Whether you're hunting for that elusive doubled die or preserving a pristine proof, this coin is a key piece in the modern numismatic puzzle. The last step in the grand timeline of American coinage, the Kennedy half-dollar stands as a tribute to a fallen leader and a cornerstone of modern collecting. The year 1972 may seem like just another clad year, but it holds hidden rarities, valuable errors, and a rich legacy in U.S. numismatics. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, let's explore the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, its history, production, geography, value, and collector insights. Created in 1964, just months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the half-dollar bearing his image was an instant icon. By 1972, the coin was in its 9th year of issue, and the United States Mint had fully transitioned from silver to copper-nickel-clad composition. No silver content in regular issue coins since 1971, high mintage due to continued public interest. Despite reduced use in daily commerce, still carried the original presidential seal reverse. Designed by Frank Gasparro, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at 3 U.S. locations, each playing a unique role. Over 153.8 million struck no mint mark on the Obverse common in circulation and rolls. Over 141 million struck D appears just below Kennedy's neck produced for circulation. Some uncirculated examples exist in mint sets. Over 3.2 million struck, only available in 1972 proof sets. Highly collectible for their mirror finish and cameo contrast, featured Dale's Roberts John F. Kennedy portrait, reverse design, a Frank Gasparro presidential seal composition, copper nickel clad, 75% C, 25% Ni over copper weight, 11.34 grams diameter, 30.6 image rated. Although millions of 1972 half-dollars were struck, most ended up in bankrolls, casinos, or personal stashes, rarely seen in actual day-to-day transactions. Typically show signs of wear and scratches. Face value, 50 cents $1. Unless error or high-grade example found in mint sets or original Federal Reserve bankrolls. Grades MS60, MS65 are common. MS66 and higher become rare and significantly more valuable, minted only for collectors. High-quality mirror surfaces with frosted cameo contrast. Most valuable when graded PR69 DCAM or PR70 DCAM. Now let's reveal the crown jewels of 1972, the rare varieties, valuable mint errors, and high-grade coins that make this year's Kennedy half-dollar series so FG initials Frank Gasparro normally appear near the eagle's tail on the reverse. Sometimes polishing of the die removes the initials completely. No FG to the right of the tail feathers. Between the leg and wing, circulated examples $50, $150, MS63 or better, $300, $750 plus. Rare and top-grade MS65 plus proof, only coin from San Francisco. Frosted devices with deep mirror fields. High eye appeal for collectors. PR69 DCAM. $20, $40 PR70 DCAM. $150, $300 plus. Most coins have minor scratches or weak strikes. MS66 coins are scarce. MS67 plus are extremely rare value. MS65, $10, $20. MS66, $75, $200. MS67, $400, $1,200 plus. Low population, misaligned or incomplete strikes are worth a premium, especially valuable when the date is fully visible. Range from $50 to $500 depending on severity and grade. Variety/grade estimated value circulated P or D. 50 cents $1 Ms. $6 $3 $5 10 Ms. $6 $5 $10 25 Ms. $6 $75 $200 Ms. $6 $7 $400 $1,200 plus 1972D. 9G, 65, $150, $750 plus 1972S. PR 69, jam $30 60197 PR 70 jam $150 $300 plus. Off-center broad strike $50 $500 plus. Best chance with Denver Mint coins, use a magnifying glass or macro lens, especially MS66 plus and PR70. Low population coins are key to long-term value. Look for coins graded by PCGS or NGC. Authentication increases resale value, and buyer trust. Coin microscope digital scale. 11.34 grams standard magnet test should not stick. Clad is not. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar may not have the silver shine of its early years, but it still commands attention in the collector world. From rare no FG errors to pristine deep cameo proofs, this coin year holds its own as a rewarding and educational entry into U.S. numismatics. Whether you're coin roll hunting, upgrading your registry set, or chasing that perfect DCAM, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is a piece of history you can hold in your hand.